Hello, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to continue our look into the new line of Klein multi-tools, and in this case we have the Stubby multi-tool that has quarter, 5/16, 11/32, 3/8. The quarter doubles as a screwdriver tip holder, and there are a bunch of various screwdriver tips, being Allen, Robertson, flathead, and Phillips in the screwdriver itself. So let's take a look a little closer at this. You can see they show a few things. It is all impact rated, so that's nice. And then you have a magnetic tip that'll also hold screws and what have you for the tool holder. Now they do show, if you take a look here, that this multi-purpose flip socket for the quarter is actually designed that you can have it standing a little proud so that you can get your tip holder in there. And we'll take a look at that a little bit closer. So let me get this open and we'll continue looking at it from there. We got our tool out and you have your two parts here, and really all you do is there's a chuck essentially on this with a little ball detent that when you push on this collar, you see it moving there, you release the mechanism, and that holds this shank on here, and you either have your screwdriver tips, of which you can choose between what you see here, Phillips number 3, 1/4 inch straight. You have your Robertsons there, smaller. Where's the hex? I misspoke earlier. The hex is not Allen in here. It is the nut drivers that are on here. And to get your nut drivers and flip them around, you pull all of these off and you put on whichever one you want to have. So if you want 11/32, put on the 11/32. You can see the magnets in there. And one nice thing about this system is you can clean the magnet off relatively easily. You just pull the socket off and you can clean the magnet off. So that's really nice. You can flip them around. 3/8 on there. 5/16. Just like that. And then uniquely, the quarter kind of has two setting spots. You can see there's the closer setting spot like that, and then also it sets with it deeper in there, and that allows you to hold the screwdriver tips. So that's kind of nice. It's nice thinking there on their part on that. So I don't know that you can get the half engagement on the others. Let's see. Now, not really, it doesn't want a detent on the 5/16 side. Let's see if this one will. Now, it wants to have full engagement. So there must be something unique at how this socket's made. But there you have your components. And you have multiple tips inside of here. And this is just like all of their other multi-tip screwdrivers. I'm not really going to go crazy pulling them all out, but they're made relatively nicely. They're not anything special, which is good because you want to be able to just replace them if they go bad. And they're not horrible to get out. They're honestly, they're not. I've seen worse. That's always some of the problem with these things is, you know, they have this multi stuff, and it's a fine line between being able to use it and get it in and out, and then it falling out and you losing it. So far this feels like they've tried. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of these many multis, because you get so many pieces in them that it's hard to, eventually you'll lose stuff and stuff breaks and everything. So we'll see how it holds up. I'm kind of more of a less is better, but you still want to have stuff to get you out of a pickle. Now, something else I wanted to check to see is how far. Okay, so it only latches very loosely there. That would be annoying to work with. And it does not latch tighter, so you can't make this. I mean, if you didn't want to latch it in, you could make it a stubby, but it's not latched and retained. So if you do that, just realize it's going to slide around on you. But other than that, it's a pretty basic tool. Not a lot going on other than it's a stubby. Now, one of the previous comments I had on the larger version when we did it is a lot of these components are interchangeable. So including, you can see this actually retains part way just like the other one, and we can put screwdriver tips on it. Actually, can we? No, we can't. Yes, we can. There we go. So the quarter still does the same thing, and you can use this nut driver as a screwdriver if you put the tips in it. Now these tips, they are what they are. They tend to fall out when you use them. Any of this stuff is kind of a compromise to have stuff in your pockets that maybe or maybe won't do exactly what you want. But looking at the components of this, there's no reason you couldn't put this 11/32 and 3/8 on your longer tool. The socket goes right on there, it works just fine. And 11/32, I think we talked about this a little bit when we did the video on this tool. 11/32 is what a lot of 8/32 fasteners use, and that is pretty common in the electrical trades if you're working on light fixtures or you're working on anything with 832 fasteners. So that's something that you need to kind of keep in mind, that sometimes you got to get stuff. Hopefully they come out with additional sockets over time that you could buy something or buy these individually. I would like to see a deeper version so that you could get into the light fixtures and take stuff out, because honestly, if you had this with a deep socket on the end of it, this is the only tool you'd have to carry, because you're either going to be 832 or 1032, so that would be your 11/32 or your 3/8 at the same time. So that's kind of, we'll see how this line develops over time, but everything is absolutely interchangeable, and you know, kind of whatever you can think of is what goes. So that's kind of neat in some respects, that you can just kind of create modular tools that just kind of fit what you're doing. You'll just have to keep track of all of your parts and pieces in a tool bag or your toolbox or something like that, and you put together what you need and you go out and do your work. So I see there's great potential with all this, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, it's kind of neat that you can kind of just make your own multi-tool up as you go. So hope this was interesting. A quick look at this Stubby multi-tool. So far, I think it's kind of nice. I haven't used it a lot. I'm always dubious about the ones with the bits stored in the handle, but tell me in the description below or the comments below how you feel about these. Do they break on you? Is it easy to lose the parts? Does the top kind of come out? I mean, it feels like it's detented, but you know, as they wear over time, I don't have many of these, so let me know what you guys think. How have they held up for you in your use? As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.